Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. I know you're looking at me probably wondering why the hell is he wearing his weight vest in his car, right? Megan is always doing some dumb shit, right? But anyway, interesting topic. I got a subscriber that sent me a message, I think last week or a week or 2 weeks ago, and he watched my video on traps, right? On all the different ways that I've listed that people got, the traps to grow without even directly, training them. I forgot what the name of the video is. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys watched it because it has a lot of views. And I showed I went on my Sherlock Holmes mode and I looked at different exercises and weird methods that people were doing just by accident, and just developed the traps. And I came to the conclusion that, you do not need to fully contract the muscle to get it to grow. All you got to do is have tension on it, right? That's why, because when you have tension on the muscle, pressure and tension on the muscle, you keeping the blood there, right? You're not allowing the blood to go back through the lungs to get a new supply of oxygen. So you enter a state of hypoxia, which is low supply of oxygen to the muscle. That's how you get that burn, that lactic acid. Your body's telling you, hey man, we're running out of oxygen. And it's pretty much a pump. The same thing as getting a pump, guys. It's the same reason why I keep telling you guys to do drop sets and time on the tension. Another reason why people in prison gotta be yoked. I'm making a video about that. They do tons and tons of reps to get that pump because they don't have access to weights. I talked about my friend that got arrested, that got locked up for 6 months and came back bigger than when he was working out with us using heavy weights, right? And he told me, hey man, all we do in prison is pull-ups and push-ups, but because it's not heavy enough, we do endless reps all day. We have nothing else to do. And by accident, it got them sore than a motherfucker. So that's when I realized, man, we've been fed a lot of lies in the bodybuilding circles, But anyway, so tension builds muscle. I made several videos about that. So this guy saw my video and how I mentioned, all these different examples, blah, blah, blah. And he sent me a message saying that a friend of his that he used to work with, I don't know, they're somewhere in Europe, that guy decided to get his heart rate up, so he decided to buy a weight vest, a heavy weight vest, and he kept it on, he kept it on all day long. And his friends used to make fun of him and laugh at him, like, oh, you look stupid, da-da-da. And he was like, fuck it, I'm just doing it for my cardiovascular strength, whatever, because it does help. And a few months later, right, now mind you, he said this guy didn't do any types of shrugs, any type of trap work. And a few months later, this guy had yoked traps, right? He even sent me a picture, he cut the guy's head off, so he gave me permission to post it on here. He sent me a picture of that shit. I mean, the guy has pretty nice traps for somebody who doesn't train traps directly, it's not Johnny Jackson traps, but it's pretty big. It's bigger than mine, at least. And when his traps started blowing up, his friends asked him, hey, what do you do for your traps? What do you do for your traps? And he was like, I don't know, I don't do anything for my traps. And then they found out that it was, then he watched my video, and he saw the, all the examples of, keeping tension on the muscle. I also mentioned the people in was it Indonesia that had to climb up mountains to go pick up sulfur. It was their source of income. And on the way back, they had to carry the sulfur on their back. They had to take this long ass wooden barbell, if you want to call it, and keep it on their back so they could have the sulfur in bags hanging on both sides. And all those guys in the documentary that I was watching, all those guys had these huge overdeveloped traps. I mean, these guys don't fucking exercise. They're poor as dirt, right? God bless them. And but their traps were fucking huge, right? And all they did was they explained that when they keep the bar on their back, obviously when you're squatting, where's the ball resting? It's not on your neck unless you, or your lower back unless your lower ball squatting. It's mostly on your upper traps. And the tension there keeps the blood trapped there, right? So by the time they get down to the bottom of the mountain, the traps are always red and sore. But obviously, they didn't even call it traps. They called it back. They don't know the specific name of the muscle. So it's another example of guys who didn't try out to get a muscle to grow, but just got it to grow by accident because they found the principle. They didn't find. They stumbled on the principle of hypertrophy, which is hypoxia. Keep the blood in the muscle, it will grow, right? If the pressure is big enough. But anyway, so make a long story short, so he watched that video and then he told his friend, hey man, check this video out. I think the reason why your trust is growing is because of that thing you're wearing all the damn time. Because I even have subscribers tell me that, yo John, when I was in high school, I used to wear a big ass book bag like a nerd, right? And every time I got home, my trust were always sore and red. Most of my, obviously he was a white person. And they were like, nah, I watched your video, I understand why my traps are so big without me training them, And I told you guys, what you do a lot during your teenage years oh man, when you start bodybuilding, that muscle's gonna grow like a motherfucker because your body prioritized that muscle by accident, right? Because you always had pressure on it. So anyway, he saw the video, showed it to his friend. His friend was like, oh, that makes sense because, you know, when I take off that vest, you know, not only my traps are sore, but I feel, you know, feel like I worked them. So this is, and then this is another example of somebody who grew his traps without trying. But anyway, apart from the trap sport, now you guys remember when I bought this weight vest? I bought it, I think, a year ago. I put the video on the screen so you guys can see it. I bought the weight vest and I've been using it ever since, but I never kept it on all day. I used it for cardiovascular. The same reason why that guy used it. I would use it for my jump ropes. I use it for my sprints every morning. When I do my jump rope or my sprints, I would use my vest. And now that I recall, yes, my traps were always sore by the time I got home, but I always took it out because I figured, hey, I only need them for my pull-ups or whatever and my jump rope. But now, after seeing that email that my subscribers sent me, and once again, I really appreciate emails like that because it helps me even add more to my research. I realized, man, Jonathan, why the fuck do you take the vest? So might as well keep it on, right? And then you gotta understand, guys, when you're keeping this shit on, it's only like 15 pounds the one I have on. At first, you don't feel anything, but over time, it feels as if it's gradually getting heavy, even though it's not. It's just over time, the muscle's getting fatigued because the tension is there, and your heart, you know, has to work over time. I notice when I wear this shit and I just go up the stairs, which is something I do every fucking day, by the top of the stairs, I'm out of breath, you know, and it's only 15 pounds more, but your body assumes that you're 15 pounds heavier, so everything has to speed up. Your heart has to work harder. Your muscles have to adapt, you know, everything, your respiratory system, everything has to adapt eventually. So the mistake I made was to take this shit off after training because I've been using this thing for a year. But now, after getting that email, I might give it a try. You guys know I'm all up for experimenting. I love experimenting. I like trying stupid shit, you know, just to see what, you know, what will happen. Because like I said, even if you don't meet your goal, at least you'll learn something else, you know, on the journey to your goal. So I'm just gonna try it on now. I tried it yesterday actually. I put it on after my jump rope session. I kept it on because you'll normally I take it off, guys. I kept it on. I went to the gym. Boy, that's one of the toughest workouts I ever did. My squats was obviously felt heavier because I have 15 pounds more on me. My shoulder presses what felt heavier for some reason because I guess my traps. Everything was harder. So yeah, guys, definitely stay tuned. I'm gonna keep it on for a while, and I'm gonna use it when I work. Obviously, I'm not gonna wear that shit to school. I'm a tutor. I can't walk into my fucking classes, you know, with this shit on. But if I'm off like today, whatever, I just keep it on all day, you know. And right now I'm going to the gym, I keep it on again, let my body adapt. And another thing I noticed is because I told you, I sprint with this every morning. And when I take it off and sprint, I'm a lot faster. On some Goku shit, guys. Seriously, it's like Goku. It's like the fucking gravity ship that he used to go to Namek. When you if you use this shit like every morning to jump rope or sprint, and you take it off, you are faster, you are stronger. It is insane how quick it happens. Less than a week. And then when I saw that email, I was like, oh man, I'm keeping this shit on now. So thank God I already had this. And once again, I got it at Goodwill for like $2. So that's another blessing. But yeah, subscribers, keep sending me shit like that. I love hearing stories of weird ways of building muscle, things like that. I love it. You know, once again, even if it doesn't build my traps or whatever, I don't care. It's the point that it speeds up your heart rate, helps you burn fat, you know, helps your body adapt to the excess weight when you're really tricking your body. I love this shit. I love the human body. It's an amazing system, if you want to call it. All right, guys. So let me know your experiences with weight vests. And like I said, keep sending me those reports, those findings. I'm not the only researcher in here. We all researchers, right? You just gotta be able to connect the dots. So I'm out of here, guys. All right, guys, what's up? Now I know you're looking confused, kind of like, what's this video all about? We're looking like a burnt version of the Hodge twins right now. But anyway, I want to tell you guys, I inbox a lot of my subscribers. A lot of you guys have been with me from the beginning, and you guys message me a lot, and we have conversations on Facebook, whatever. And sometimes I forget that I'm